Okay, this is lesson 2.6, the distributive property. Our goals for this lesson are, I want you to be able to simplify expressions by combining like terms. You also need to be able to apply the distributive property, and it's essential that you know the vocabulary. The vocabulary for this lesson is term, coefficient, and like term. Now let's look at terms. Remember we talked about terms before, and terms are the parts that are added in an expression. So if I had 2a plus 3, remember that the terms are 2a and 3. They're the two parts that are combined in the expression. Another one may be a plus b minus c. The terms in this expression are a, b, and negative c. Now another thing that you need to know when we talk about terms are anything. These are all single terms. Notice they're all connected by multiplication or division. So 8a is one term. It's connected by multiplication. 5, it's just a single number. 3xy is one term. It's connected by multiplication. 5a over 3, this one's connected by multiplication and division. So these are all single terms, and each individual term can be combined with multiplication and division. Now let's look at coefficient. Coefficient is another one of those key vocabulary words. And a coefficient is a number that's multiplied by a variable in a term. So let's look at these examples at the bottom, and let's identify the coefficients. Now the coefficients are going to be the number that's in front of the variable. So in 6x, the coefficient is 6. In 3x squared, the coefficient is 3. Now what about negative x? We have a number that's always in front of a variable, even if we can't see it. And in this case, the coefficient is negative 1. Okay, now I would like for you to go ahead and pause for a moment and determine the coefficients in the remaining 3 terms. Okay, so the coefficient of y is 1. What's the coefficient of negative 2x to the 4th? Negative 2. Coefficient of 15r is 15. Now like terms, it's another one of those essential vocabulary words. Like terms have the same variable raised to the same power. So let's look at these and determine if we have like terms. 2a and 3a. I have the same variable raised to the same power, so yes, these are like terms. 3xy and 3x squared y. So these are not like terms. 2xy and 6yx. Ooh, this one's tricky. I have the same variable. I have x and x, both to the first power, y and y, both to the first power. So these are like terms. And I know these are the same thing because of the commutative property of multiplication. The order that I multiply numbers does not matter. Now let's take a look at this last one, negative 4a squared and 9a squared b. Oh, I've got a squared and a squared. Oh, but I don't have b with this first one, so these are unlike terms. Now, why are like terms so important? Because if we have like terms, we're going to have the ability to add and subtract them and simplify our expressions. So let's go ahead and simplify these like terms together. Okay, 2a plus 3a. Okay, a and a, like terms. So now I'm just going to use my basic rules of addition or subtraction. 2a plus 3, I'm going to add my coefficients. Remember, coefficient is the number that's in front. 2 plus 3 is 5, so I have 5a. Negative 5y plus 3y. Like terms, same variable raised to the same power. Now what is negative 5 plus 3? Okay, different signs. Small number from the large number. Okay, what's 5 minus 3? 2. Keep the sign of the large. So negative 2y. Okay, let's look at the next one. I have negative 10c plus 10c. Okay, same variable raised to the same power. Now let's look at my coefficients. Negative 10, positive 10. What's negative 10 plus positive 10? 0. So I have 0c, but something just looks funny about that. What is 0 times any number? Oh, so this is really just 0. So negative 10c plus 10c gives me 0. Now let's look at 3ab squared minus 5ab squared. Same variable raised to the same power. Now what is 3 minus 5? A small number from the large number, keep the sign of the large. Negative 2ab squared. Now these are going to use the exact same rules that we've used before. Some of the problems are a little more complicated. So I want you to hit pause, see how you can do on your own, and then hit play again. Okay, let's take a look at these. Now these look a little different. I have 6y plus 5x minus x. Well, 6y doesn't match with anything else, but 5x minus x, those are like terms, so I can go ahead and combine those. So I'm going to drop down my 6y. What's 5x minus 1x? Positive 4x. And that's as simplified as I can get that one. 8x squared y minus 2xy squared. What did you get for this one? Now this one we can't simplify because I do not have like terms. This one is as simplified as it can get. negative 1c plus 10c squared. Oh, be careful. I don't have the same variable to raise to the same power. So these are not like terms. So I can't simplify this one either. Oh, let's look at this one. This one looks ugly. Negative 4y plus 2x minus 2y plus 3x. Well, I have some like terms, as you can see, with negative 4y and negative 2y. But why don't we rewrite this so it's a little easier to combine them? So I'm going to write negative 4y. I'm going to move this 2y over. I'm going to drop down my 2x now. So it may be a little easier to see this now. Negative 4y minus 2y. Signs are the same. Add and keep the sign. So 4 plus 2 is 6. They're both negative, so now I have negative 6y. Now let's look at positive 2x plus 3x. Signs are the same, so I'm going to add. 3 plus 2 is 5. Keep the sign. So when I finish, I have negative 6y plus 5x. Now the distributive property. We use the distributive property when there's a number attached to a set of parentheses. It'll usually look something like this, where we have 5 times x plus 2. Now be aware that the number can be in front of the parentheses like this 5 is, or it could be in the back, it could be behind. Now one of the reasons we did this with the combining like terms lesson is that you should always check to see if there are any like terms to combine. So let's go ahead and simplify these. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 2 times a positive 5 is a positive 10. So we have 2x plus 10. 1 plus 2x times 8. Well, 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times a positive 2x is a positive 16x. Y times 1 gives me 1y, or just y. Y times negative y, positive times a negative, gives me a negative. Oh, I've got 2 y's. What do I do because I'm a math person and I'm efficient? Minus y squared. Be really, really careful with that. Negative 3 times positive x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times positive 4 is negative 12. Okay, now these are a little more complicated. So I have 3. I'm just going to drop this guy down. Nothing I can do with it now. Now notice I've got a negative 2 times 4. So that gives me a negative 8. Negative 2 times x gives me negative 2x. Am I finished? No, I have to combine my like terms. What's 3 minus 8? Small number from the large number, keep the sign of the large. 8 minus 3 is 5. The sign of the 8 is negative, so I have negative 5 minus 2x. Let's look at this next one. Oh, I don't have a number in front, but I have a negative sign. But remember, math people are efficient. They do not write a number that doesn't matter. That 1 that's out there doesn't really change anything, but this negative sign does. So I like to put the 1 so you can see what we're doing. So I'm going to drop down my negative 2. Now I'm going to distribute this negative 1. Negative 1 times positive x gives me a negative x, so I'm going to just write it as minus x. Negative 1 times positive 5 is minus 5. Now I'm going to come and combine my like terms. Negative 2 minus 5. The signs are the same. I'm going to add and keep the sign. So I have negative 7 minus x. Okay. Now I would like for you to hit pause and work these last two on your own. And when you're finished, hit play again for the solutions. Okay, so we're going to drop down our 2y. We're going to distribute our negative 3. So let's check those answers. Negative 3 times positive 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 times negative y. Negative times a negative. 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 2 negatives make a positive, so that gives me a positive 3y. Going to combine our like terms. Positive 2y, positive 3y. Signs are the same, so we're going to add. So we have 5y minus 3 for the first one. Now let's check your work on the second one. We're dropping down that 8 because we don't have anything to do with it yet. Negative 3 times 2x gives me negative 6x. Negative 3 times 6, Negative times a positive gives me a negative. That gives me negative 18. Going to combine my like terms. Positive 8 minus 18, small number from the large number. 18 minus 8 is 10. Keep the sign of the large. So negative 10 minus 6x. And we are finished.